How's it going, everyone? I'm Adonis Ultimate. I host the Adonis podcast, and I joined the real world. Number one, because Tate is a huge inspiration, but number two, because I want to further my podcast and get my message out to the world. So I joined the content creation campus and used Pope's lessons and apply them to the real world, and they do work. Because I speak in a similar manner and have similar ideologies as the Tates and Kirk and Fuentes, Instagram and the social media outlets, they ban my accounts and they try to silence me like they've done to the Tate brothers. But I'll never give up. It's like that one emergency meeting where Tate says you gotta bang your head against the wall. Doesn't work? Try again. You either drown or you swim. And Tate has helped me not just with his school and the real world and the education and Luke's daily lessons. I listened to a bunch of them on the way over here to this protest. But Tate and Tristian Tate have been a huge inspiration for me because of their motivation. I listened to all their emergency meetings. I listened to their podcast back to back to back. There was a time in my life where I went down a really dark hole. And I forced myself out of that mentality. And what helped get me out of that mentality was motivation from the Tates. If it wasn't for the Tate brothers, I don't know who I'd be today. I possibly wouldn't even be alive today because that's how serious shit is. So what's going on right now is extremely unjustified. It's extremely unconstitutional. It is unfair by every definition. That's why we're out here tonight at almost 9 p.m. We're going to be out here tomorrow at 8 a.m. earlier. For those who can make it, I'll probably be out here at 7, and I'm going to be streaming the entire thing. So we need to, the Tates have been there for us. They have personally saved an entire generation of not just masculinity, but people in general. It is now our turn to be there for them. Free Top G and free the Talisman, free the Tates.
Free the Tate! 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 Down! Free the Tate! Free the Tate! Down! 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 Let's go! Free the Tate! 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 So for those of you who don't know what's going on, I'm Adonis Ultimate. I'm the host of the Adonis podcast, which has been heavily inspired by the Top G himself. It is August 26th. This is the first protest. We started at 7 p.m. Tomorrow, we are going to be here and also at the C. Clyde Atkins Miami Courthouse, which is on the other side of this block, to keep protesting for the Tate. Obviously, if you're on social media, if you're on Twitter,
or if you keep up with my podcast, you know what's going on, but I'll give you a quick rundown. Andrew and Tristian Tate, the most inspirational men on the planet, got arrested here in Miami for crimes that they did not commit upon the request of the enemy country, the UK. And ever since that day, about 35, 36 days ago, give or take, he has been locked in solitary confinement without due process, without a free trial, and there's no evidence whatsoever. The entire case is bullshit and un-American, and this is the start of a dictatorship. Because once they can make up a crime and point at you and lock you up in solitary confinement without even a single shred of evidence, after 5 years of going in and out of jail, going in and out of courthouses, we officially live in a dictatorship. These are the beginning stages of the dictatorship. And this is the most unconstitutional thing that I have seen in my entire life.
Free Top G! 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 Free the Tate! 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 Free the Tate!
That's why he's in there to begin with. He's calling out the corruption multiple times. That's why he's been locked up in SHU for over 40 days.
That's what Tate should have did. That nigga worth hundreds of millions of dollars. How the fuck you let cops come arrest you? You be moving with an army around you, nigga. The fuck?
Hey, this happens. See, I know how you feel.
You should be moving like Chapo.
Sometimes you gotta be a king, not a soldier. That's a king in there. Okay, that ain't no soldier. That's a king.
Command soldiers.
That's a king.
You can't be a king without soldiers.
The king gotta move properly. The soldiers can be on the footwork. The king gotta be protected.
Obviously not. That nigga's in a fucking cage. That's hell right now, bro.
I understand.
Motherfuckers who ain't never been to jail.
We're peaceful.
Most of y'all niggas ain't never been to jail. I have many times. That shit is hell right now. Niggas getting escorted, stabbed, raped. All type of shit going on.
Why do you think they got him in there? It's horrible.
He's also locked in there for
It triggers PTSD. I understand how you feel. But there's people prancing around, lurking, loitering, waiting for that overreaction, waiting to put it on the internet.
Pussy ass police and niggas ain't shooting out the gun, bro.
Yeah, it's easy to think like that. I get it, bro. That's why we're protesting.
There are 7,000 police in Miami. How many fucking tens of thousands of fucking young men are there? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Niggas don't think like me, bro. Niggas are scary.
They need cops right now. They'll hire a lot of people to be a cop.
They ain't gonna hire a felon.
They need people to be cops.
They ain't gonna hire me. They don't want
Those
me.
cops are risking their jobs every day.
They don't want me.
You can't even pull somebody over for a traffic ticket without risking your life.
Go out.
Some of these
They
cops
need to
get
go
shot at.
hunt down some fucking pedophiles worried about fucking traffic tickets.
You said it right there.
Yeah, why are they focused on these two when they've got a whole bunch of like politicians, celebrities, very famous people
Epstein Island and shit.
on the Epstein express their opinion, and they have the freedom to call out stuff that seems iffy or wrong. And this is the result you get. They're locked up in solitary confinement. They've been in there for over 40 days. They've been exposed to toxic fumes. They weren't even allowed to leave the cell, but one of their lawyers that came and had to leave because he was exposed to that, and he actually suffered, I think it was corneal injury.
Yeah, he got some sort of bronchitis or eye injury or something.
Yeah, he was injured. He got some sort of illness from that. But the Tate brothers were allowed to leave the cell, so they had to use wet T-shirts to cover their faces to protect themselves as they could. That happened, and then they purposely starved over there. Didn't Tristian lose like 13 pounds already?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they've been locked up for longer than like I think this was human rights violation, right? Nelson Mandela thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been locked up for longer than what's legal.
Well, it's legal, but there's human rights, established.
It's not a human rights violation, but they've been locked up for over a month. They've been starved, they've been exposed to toxic fumes, but where's the conviction? They just have accusations. Accusations are not convictions, and we need to stop living in this world where apparently that's what's being made on the focus. Like, if I accuse you of being a thief, are you a thief?
No.
I just say you're a thief. Bam, right to jail. Is that the world you all want to live in?
It's he said, she said.
Exactly. That's what it is now. That's the world we're living in now, and we can't.
What do they call it legally? Hearsay.
Yep.
Hearsay. They're trying to convict them over hearsay. How can you convict somebody over hearsay? It's all hearsay. It's unsubstantiated allegations. They're not even reinforced allegations. It's just somebody saying something. I think your haircut's good. Somebody else might say you don't have a good haircut. Would they lock up your barber?
Okay, so for those of y'all who may have noticed that I'm basically going on break a lot, it's because we're all standing out here outside the courthouse. We are simply waiting for the Tates to be released. We're out here waiting for them. And so that's why I'm been going on break. I'm over here networking with people. It's just a waiting game. We're playing the waiting game. Mr. Mullings, who's a friend of the Tates, he's here with us as well. Right there. Tate protest is in the crowd. Mr. Saad is in the crowd. We've got a lot of big names here. Justin Waller is in the courthouse right now with Joe McBride and the Tate brothers. So we should be seeing them shortly. We will most certainly be seeing McBride and Waller. And I have a very strong feeling that we will be seeing the Tate brothers out here as well. So Chris says, because we're all being forced to wait outside and we can't bring our cameras in and our bags in and whatnot, which is unconstitutional, by the way, we basically don't know what's going on right now. The hearing may not have even begun. So, all right, guys, I'm out here with one of the most avid Tate supporters. This is Ben.
What's up, guys? It's Ben here, Free Hugs guy. We're out here in support of the Tates. The Tates have not been convicted of anything in any country, anywhere, ever. As far as evidence, there's actually no evidence either. The U.S. has presented no evidence. UK has presented no evidence. They have until September 16th to provide any evidence at all for this extradition request, so they provided no evidence. In Romania, the case fell apart. The evidence was found to be either fraudulent, as in the woman lied, it was illegally obtained, or otherwise inadmissible in court. So these gentlemen are being held on these men are being held on no evidence and no convictions anywhere ever. They should not be in solitary. This is a gross injustice. Their human rights are being denied to them. Solitary confinement beyond 15 days constitutes torture. They've been in there for 37 days. It's totally unacceptable. We need justice for the Tates.
Absolutely. And thank you. Mr. Ben has been out here almost every day, I believe. He's been out here quite frequently, showing support and getting people onto TateProtest.com and just bringing us all together.
Yeah, we absolutely need to show support for the Tates. This is an absolute injustice. It's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. We're supposed to have due process here, and these men are not being given their rights, or, well, I guess now they're having a hearing, but we'll see if, hopefully it's due process. So, yeah, we'll see what happens, but, we need to stand with the Tates. I support Andrew and Tristian Tate because they support strong men, and they want strong men and strong families for our civilization, and that's exactly what we need.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely.
Tyson Hockley here and his friend Dylan. How's it going, guys?
What's up, guys? W Street. Is this on Kick?
It's on Kick, yeah.
Holy shit, I'm looking at the trend note right now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, W Kick. What's up, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. Have a great day.
So what do y'all have to say about Tate in this whole situation?
I mean, the whole situation, like Andrew Jenick would say, is absolutely fucked. All right, we gotta free the boys. Okay, this is obviously the most obvious Matrix setup of all time. Even these like feminists over here are like, yo, off camera, bro. Like it's totally politically motivated. Everybody knows. Everyone knows it's a setup. Everyone knows it's politically motivated. Even the people that dislike Tate, bro. I'm not gonna lie. if there's something that you already don't like, and then there's allegations about them, you're gonna believe that. Like, there's like some like Looksmaxer guy that like got caught being a pedo. I didn't investigate it at all. I'm like, oh, he's a pedo, because like I'm like, this guy like pisses me off for some reason. So I'm like, yeah, he's a pedo, right? Because I didn't like the guy, so I instantly believed the accusations. So if you already didn't like Tate, and now you see these things coming out, of course you're gonna believe it. It's like, yo, this just like confirms my dislike for the guy, but that doesn't mean it's actually real.
Yeah.
You gotta meet us in person too. Like once you meet us, you actually start to support Tate.
Yeah, absolutely. And guys, let me point out that, because Tyson, you are 18, correct?
18, yeah.
So Andrew Tate teaches young men to work out, to go to the gym, to be disciplined. And Tyson here is a perfect example, because he's out here making content, getting millions of followers. I mean, didn't you just get your account banned and like you're already at 1 million followers or some shit?
Million would be cool. I'm up to 10. Yeah, I got 6 million actually on the dot.
Fuck yeah.
That's
I got
still a lot.
271,000 likes too, but yeah, 6 million followers.
Yeah, and the guy is jacked too. The average 18-year-old male is skinny and retarded. They have such low intelligence you can't even have a fucking conversation with them. Tyson is the perfect example of what Andrew and Tristian Tate teach.
Tyson.
Facts, I appreciate that, bro. And yeah, dude, it's like you never see a fit Tate hater. You see those guys on Twitter that hate Tate, they're fat.
Yeah.
They're out of shape.
Yeah,
they're
like
fat.
fucking Gadget.
Yeah, that fucker. He's always posting my clips. You'll probably see this too. Bro, you're a fat chud. I tell it, like, dude, your biggest mistake, Gadget, was doing a face reveal, bro. As soon as this guy put his face on camera, you ruined all of his credibility. Because he could have, like, hid behind his voice. But, dude, as soon as Gadget put his face on the internet, all of his credibility. It's like, dude, you're literally fat. You look like a depressed chud. It's like, you look like the typical, stereotypical Tate hater. It's like, dude, I mog you to death in every area of life. I'm like half your age, get fucking mogged. Oh, the Tates are going to jail. You can fucking kiss my ass, bro. Free the boys are gonna be free today.
And you know what's funny about Gadget? He's kind of like become my arch rival because he's also come after me. Because I have like a more extreme way of saying. I mean, we were talking about this earlier today, like how I almost got banned off of YouTube for saying the N-word. So like I'm more extreme. So he clips my shit and he tries to twist my words around and he tries to make me look bad. And he even went as far as to write a whole article falsely stating that I was self-admitting to raping somebody.
Damn,
and here's the thing, if you mess with me, if you piss me off, you're gonna find out that I'm not the one to fuck with because I have an artistic way of insulting people. So the last podcast episode I did before this current one that we're on right now was all about Gadget, and I broke it all down. I broke down the rumors, I pointed out what a fucking loser he is, and I've shown the face reveal, and I told y'all, this guy looks like he rapes children. Like, this guy looks like a pedo, he looks like a cannibal, he looks like a... he doesn't even look human.
Be careful, though. You might be able to, like, sue you for, like, saying that shit. Like, I wouldn't say, like, oh, he's a pedo. Maybe he looks like one, but I wouldn't...
Well, if I said he was a pedo, then yeah, but me saying that he looks like a pedo, I can't get in trouble for that. Also, he's currently being sued by the Tates for defamation, and now at this one, he's made defamatory statements against me because now he's calling me a rapist.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, bro, the dude is a fucking idiot, which I'm not getting into that because I got into that on my last podcast
You need to start hitting testosterone and track?
Me or?
No, Gadget. I think Gadget needs to hop on test.
I think he just needs to stop shoving tubes of ice cream down his fucking throat.
Maybe Retta, right? A little bit of Retta? Retta True Tide?
I'm gonna be honest, I do not know what that is.
It's like a peptide to make you leaner.
Gotcha. Well, if that works, I mean...
I think you should rip it.
I don't know. He's got his own shit to figure out. His first step, stop worrying about the fucking Tates and start worrying about yourself. And also, everyone knows that the Tates are innocent, but people like Gadget and his friends, the reason why they're doing that is because that's what gets them views and follows. And when you're that fat and that insignificant to society, he farms these Tate accusations because every follow, every view, every share, every comment, that makes him feel important because he knows he's an ultra loser. When Tate says, go to the gym, get off your fat ass, get to work on your goals, he's indirectly calling out these fat motherfuckers like Gadget. So they feel inferior to him, so instead of taking his advice and getting their fat asses out of bed, they instead try to drag him down in an effort to lift themselves up. Tate is so excellent in every realm of human endeavor that Gadget can't bring him down. So now he's trying to go after me. He's trying to go after Tyson, trying to make us look bad.
It's just free clout, bro. He posts my clip, and I'm like defending the Tates. Everybody's like, oh, that's crazy to defend the Tates. Gets 100,000 views, 100,000 people just saw my face. Appreciate the free promo.
Yeah, exactly. And I've been saying the same shit because...
Dude, he's gonna make you famous, bro. You gotta keep doing
I
that.
know. And here's the thing. When I made that podcast episode about him and I made those tweets about him, Gadget, shut the fuck up. He went on a roll for like a day, right, doing so many fucking tweets about me. And then I strike back. And if y'all follow the podcast, you know that like it's like my core, part of my core personality is that when someone fucks with me, I strike back hard with absolutely no mercy whatsoever.
Like Cobra Kai.
Yeah, you do MMA.
Strike first, strike hard.
Strike first, strike. Bro, Andrew Tate would love John Kreese. I am telling you, Andrew Tate and John Kreese would be best friends.
Fuck yeah. But you do MMA? You do MMA or no?
No, I do not, but I do know
Fuck
some martial arts.
Fuck Gadget.
But and like I love that show Cobra Kai too, because when you watch a Karate Kid, it teaches you that like, oh, like John Kreese is the bad guy. But then when you watch Cobra Kai, it shows that like, wait a minute, John Kreese actually has some valid points.
I believe
No,
it.
real shit, real shit.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm gonna go on another break. Thank you, Tyson, for the interview. And you were
Dylan.
Dylan, thank you as well. This is Dylan and Tyson Hockley.
Let's go, baby.
And we are here at the Tate's hearing at the Clyde, Miami Courthouse, waiting for the Tates to be freed. All right, guys, I'm out here with another Tate supporter.
Hello, everybody. Yep, so I am out here in Miami, Florida. I'm here to show my support for the Tate brothers. I actually took 2 flights and an hour ride Uber to get here from Kentucky
taking fire,
down
bud?
to
We're doing
Miami,
it right
Florida,
now.
because I believe in the message that Andrew and Tristian Tate have been preaching to young men like me to be strong, make money, have self-respect, and to find a group of like-minded men to form a brotherhood with. I believe in that message. That message is what brought a purpose in my life again, and I believe it is absolutely unjustified, and it is absolutely cruel that they're being locked up in SHU when they have absolutely had not one conviction against them, just based off purely accusation. So we're here to show our support for them. We're here to show our support for free speech, and we're here to show our support for presumption of innocence, and that any U.S. citizen is innocent until proven guilty. And the Tate brothers have not been proven guilty of anything yet, and for some reason, they've been locked up for over 40 days. They've been exposed to toxic fumes. They've been purposely starved, and they're just now in their hearing if they're going to make bail. So we're here to show our support, and I pray that we get the outcome that they deserve today.
Yeah, well said. Thank you.
Big boy.
And I'm heading outside. What's up? I didn't realize I'm on my way outside
realize
right
it?
now. No, I
You've
did
been saying it
not.
all day, every day.
Dude, I have not heard you say that. I just came in here like maybe like an hour ago.
Okay, don't come back in here. You've been here
Okay.
for a while. Don't come back in.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so the courtroom's a bunch of assholes. Yo, dude, so get this. I'm getting my stream ready to come out here with you guys, and as I'm literally walking out the door, security rushes over. He's like, no cameras. I'm like, my bad, I didn't know. He's like, we've been saying that all day. I'm like, dude, like, I spent most of the day outside. I just came in here maybe about an hour ago. I've been had my face in my phone. I genuinely didn't know that. Like, I know we can't bring them into the... Yeah, like as I'm walking out, I'm just setting up the camera, and he's like, don't come back in here. You've been in here for a while. You're just being a fucking dick. I'm like, dude, what do you have to hide that you can't allow court cameras anywhere in the fucking courtroom? And by the way, I want to say this too. There have been multiple women who have tried to go inside and go to Tate's hearing, and they will not allow them in because they are trying to control the narrative and make you think that women hate Tate. There's a gorgeous Russian blonde girl in there right now. She's been in there all day begging to see the Tates, and they won't let her in. Why? Because they're trying to control it like a fucking puppet play, and they're trying to control the narrative, and they're trying to make you think that the Tates are so hated and the Tates are a horrible people and nobody could possibly like the Tates. Bro, there is a blonde girl. She's camera shy, so I'm not gonna invade her privacy. But there is a blonde girl in there right now. She's been trying to get in there all morning, and they will not let her in. There's been other women that have come in earlier, and same thing, won't let them in. Why? But yeah, so apparently I'm not allowed in the courthouse, which I don't even know if that's allowed, considering that we pay for this with our tax dollars, and it's not illegal to bring a camera with you somewhere. Mind you, I wasn't even filming in the courthouse. I was just getting the stream ready because I was literally walking out the door. A guy sees me walking out the door and fucking runs out there like, bro, are you fucking retarded? Like, you see me walking out the door and setting the camera up. Are you fucking blind? You can tell what I'm doing. I'm not trying to bring a camera into the courtroom. Fucking cunts, bro. Final update on what's going on with the Tate brothers and their situation. It seems that Joe McBride is in there chewing their asses out, And you got an update by chance? I'm on stream.
No, what's going on?
I just heard, actually, the Real World posted, they said they got this from you directly. They said that Joe McBride is in there chewing their asses out, and that this could possibly take until tomorrow.
Yes, this is the truth. So there's a big fight going on in there. Joe McBride filed lots of paperwork, and he has to go over everything with the judge, explain it to her. Obviously, these matrix attacks have been coming from everywhere, all different directions, Romania, UK, USA. So they have to clear and, basically explain everything to the judge, which I think that he's doing a very good job at in the public. So I can only imagine in there in the court. So yes, that's what's going on.
He's ripping them apart.
He's ripping them apart. That's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's what's happening right now. And so basically, this is going on for so long that this might carry on until tomorrow. They'll do like a recess break overnight and come back tomorrow. It's that fucking crazy. But with that being said, if this is going to take all day, we have been out here. Well, I've actually pulled an all-nighter. I came over here about 6 o'clock last night. The protest started at 7. We were out there until about 10. And then I pulled an all-nighter and I stayed in the area. I was in the area of the prison doing the podcast, clipping the podcast, putting out clips on Twitter and TikTok and Instagram. And then, yeah, basically around, well, actually at 6, I went back to the Crypto Bowl to do a live stream on TikTok where I played Andrew Tate motivational speeches. And I got around the TikTok's censorship by referring to him as Top G instead of Andrew Tate. And also because you can hear his voice but can't see his face. TikTok couldn't really do anything about that. They couldn't punish me per se for playing an Andrew Tate video. Then I went over to the courthouse about 6. People started showing up slowly. Around 10 o'clock, we had a good crowd of people. And we've been out here all day since then. It's now 3:33 p.m. And we've long since suspected that this was going to take until probably 5, 6 in the afternoon. Now they're saying this is going to take until tomorrow. Things are going really well for us. There were British news reporters there, and they looked very, very upset, reporters directly from the UK. When the media looks upset, that's good news, because the media are the bad guys. The media are the ones controlling the narrative. CNN just pulled up. So they know something that we don't. And I like to point out, now I'm literally watching firsthand how they control the narrative. Because the Tate's hearing is going on, and it's open to the public, as all court hearings should be. But there's no cameras allowed inside. Suspicious. So I have to come in person, but I can't take a video to show my friends, live stream it, nothing. Also, they're not letting certain people in. They're not letting us in, but they're letting in reporters from the UK. They're letting them in freely, as much as they want to. And then, I said this earlier, but there are women here, there are currently women outside protesting with us who want to go in. This blonde Russian girl will not leave the inside of the courthouse. She's literally begging to go in, and they won't let her in. So they're letting in mostly UK people because they want to control the narrative, and they want you to believe that Andrew Tate is this misogynist, monstrous. They want you to believe that the Tate brothers are monsters. Additionally, they don't want any women there who support him because they want you to believe that he's a misogynist, rapist, hates all women. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Because the media is gearing up. And a lot of times, the media knows insider stuff that the rest of us don't. It's unfortunate, it's unconstitutional, it's wrong. But the media directly work for the government. So, and we've seen plenty of examples today that I am watching. For example, the guard who kicked me out and says not to come back into the courthouse. You legally can't ban me from federal property, dude. How they let UK reporters in, but not the rest of us. How they specifically don't let any women in because they want you to think that all women across the entire planet hate Andrew. I'm literally watching the corruption here in front of my face. So, Justin Waller came out. I'm not even going to include the clip in the final edit of this podcast because I realized he didn't want to be recorded. Mr. Waller came out. He was having a private conversation with Bailey. That's why when he came out, I put the camera up, and then when I saw like, oh, we want to have a private conversation, I put the camera away. The media, on the other hand, they immediately rushed him and shoved cameras in his face, and he was like, I don't know his exact words were, but he was like, come on guys, like I'm having a private conversation here. They didn't care. They don't view him as human, they view him as some sort of tool that they can use to garner themselves more views and attention. It is inhumane, to say the least. Somebody said that the news station is going live. I don't know what's going on.
Free Top G! 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 Free Top G!
Everybody get in formation.
Free Top G, baby. Top G, baby, let's go. Keep pushing, boys. Yes, sir.
Well done. Giving up is not in the process.
That was a good song.
Paper ain't shit. It's a piece of paper, nigga. You can't eat it. You can't do nothing with it. At the end of the day, when they fucking put some fake UFO shit in the sky to trick everybody and fight the Antichrist, this shit ain't gonna save you. You need to be united and love each other. Fuck religion, it's all the same. Fuck races, it's all the same. We're human beings.
All right, guys. Let me just say, if it wasn't for the Tate brothers, I wouldn't be who I am today. They helped me a lot in many ways. They've helped me with their school. I've used their lessons in the real world to grow my brand and grow my podcast. I've used their lessons to improve myself as a man and as a person. And if it wasn't for the Tates, I probably wouldn't even be alive today because I went through some deep, dark shit. This is completely unconstitutional. This is the start of a dictatorship. It is completely unconstitutional and unfair. Free the Tates. If you don't free the Tates, then you don't believe in a fair justice system. Right now, what they are facing is injustice. It is absolutely inhumane. Free the Tate brothers.
The elite satanic motherfuckers on top, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all probably watching this shit. Motherfuckers is coming for you, bro. Y'all pedophiles is done, my nigga, real shit. Y'all niggas is scum, bro. And God got a plan for you, bro. Y'all gonna burn in hell.
Yeah, explain to me why not a single person from the Epstein files has been convicted despite the fact that there's evidence of a crime. Explain to me why there are feminist women cheering on a woman who strangled her kids to death and blaming it on some bullshit mental illness. Obviously, you have to be mentally ill to strangle your own fucking kids.
Hey, Trent.
Explain to me why we live in an injustice where anyone in Hollywood commits crimes left and right and they just use their funds and their money to buy their way out. Explain that shit to me. We've got men, innocent men, locked in jail, not a single shred of evidence in almost 5 years. And yet you lock them up without conviction, without a free trial. You starve them, you try to assassinate them, because when you unnecessarily spray toxic chemicals into their cells, that's a fucking assassination attempt. Is this America? Is this why we threw RT into the Boston Harbor? Is this why we fought? Is this why we fought and died at the hands of the corrupt United Kingdom and King George and his buffoonery of a monarchy? Is this the America that you're proud of? Is this how you want your kids to grow up? You want your kids to grow up in a society where they'll get jailed for a tweet, where they'll get jailed and be put next to fucking cannibals because they speak their mind? We're not allowed to have an opinion anymore? Is that what you want?
I just want to say, before any of the commenters on social media get to trying to downplay anything I'm doing, yeah, I'm absolutely proud of doing push-ups out here. I'm absolutely proud of it. There's nothing you can say to manipulate or to make me think otherwise. We are great, we are strong, and we will fight to the death. There's not many that will say that. We will fight to the death. We do not want to be manipulated. We do not want to be overrode. We are here to fight. We're here to say what we believe. And nothing but except for nothing can stop that. Have a great day.
Give me liberty or give me death.
Nothing except for nothing.
Andrew Tate is a hero. Jesus Christ is the King of Kings, but Andrew Tate is a king. Free the King Cobra Tate. God bless everybody. I love you.
I got one more thing to say. And another thing, I've witnessed corruption today alone. We've been outside the courthouse last night and all day today waiting for Andrew and Tristian Tate to walk out those doors as the free men they deserve to be. You know what I saw? I saw that we weren't allowed to go into the public hearing. Reporters from the UK who want Andrew jailed, they were allowed in. But people like myself and the other Tate supporters, we weren't allowed in. Additionally, there were multiple women who supported Andrew Tate who showed up for the protest who also were not allowed in. There was one Russian blonde girl, she's been out here since last night. She showed up at 5:30 a.m. this morning to show support for the Tates. She's been in that courthouse all day trying to get in to show support for the Tates, and they won't let her in. Why? Because the media is trying to sell you a false narrative. They want you to believe that women all over the world hate the Tates, which is why they won't let women into the courtroom, and they want the UK to win, which is why they won't let us American citizens who actually support and believe in the Tates in the courtroom. Explain that to me. And additionally, they won't allow cameras. Security went off on my ass because I was getting ready to record as I was walking out of the building. As my foot's already outside of the building, security gets in my face and tells me there's no cameras allowed. That sounds a little suspicious. What the fuck are you hiding that I can't have any cameras in here whatsoever, not even my phone camera? And then he bans me from the fucking building. He specifically said, don't come back in here. How are you gonna ban me from a federal building that we American citizens pay with our own taxes? This is the most corrupt system I have ever seen in my life. This is disgusting. Disgusting. Absolutely and utterly unbelievable. Y'all should be ashamed that you support such filth.
All right, guys, I'm back home. This is the day after the Tate protest, so the 27th of August. Sorry, 28th of August. We had a very good day, and one good thing that's come out of this is that it's brought the Tate community together. I've met several Tate supporters, several students from the real world. Unfortunately, Andrew and Tristian Tate did not get out of jail yesterday, but there is a lot of hope. The reason why they didn't get out yesterday is because the court hearing went on for approximately 8 hours, and they're not done, so they had to postpone the rest of the hearing until next week. So I'm going to be keeping an eye out on Twitter. I'm sure that there's going to be another protest on that day, and when that happens, I will make sure that I'll be there for it. But yesterday was absolutely phenomenal. The news media came out there and we flamed their asses. I personally flamed them 3 separate times. I got to meet Wil, who's the founder of Tate Protest, and we might do a podcast. I'm hoping that he'll come on the Adonis podcast and do a full interview. He did do a short interview with me, which was amazing, where he told his backstory, but unfortunately, thanks to Kick, that media has been lost. So I emailed Kick, hopefully they respond to my email, and hopefully they can recover the file that they lost so that I can put that interview out there for y'all to see. One of the most loyal supporters, I've said throughout this podcast episode, how many women, multiple women, showed up to the protest. And there was this one girl in particular, I keep bringing her up. There's this Russian girl. Now, she's technically not Russian. She's from another country, but she has an accent that reminds me of a Russian accent, and I can't remember the name of the country. But I know it's in Europe, like by Russia, so I just call her the Russian blonde girl because I can't remember her name, can't remember the name of the country she's from. But when I saw her, I saw a video where Andrew Tate describes women, and he was describing women as, he said, beautiful Russian blonde Barbies. In that video he made where he said, like, oh, all these guys who say big booty Latinas, they're not real men. You want a blonde Russian beautiful Barbie. That's what Andrew Tate said in one of his more comedic videos. And when I saw this girl, she reminded me of exactly that. That video popped right back into my head. I met her on the 26th when we did the night protest that started at 7. And we talked for a bit. She mentioned that she supported Tate, and she really supported Tate. And because of how much she spoke of the Tates and because of how highly she spoke of the Tates, I thought, I wonder if this is one of the girls, because Tate has girls in his Tate Confidential streams all the time. I thought, I wonder if this is one of the girls, because she definitely looks familiar. Either she's a super fan or this might actually be one of Tate's girls. I don't know. But she said nothing but positive things about him the entire time. The protest ended around 10, and she was out there the entire time. You want to know who was left at the end of the protest? It was me, one other guy who was a student in the real world, and her. And she was still there. And then, as you know, I stayed out the entire night. I went to a coffee shop to charge up my devices and then came back out, did a TikTok live where I played an Andrew Tate motivational video. And I remember when I went back to the Crypto Bowl, around 6 a.m., she was on campus, because I passed through the campus to get to the Crypto Bowl. She was on campus working out. I saw her doing sit-ups. And I thought it was just a random college girl. I didn't recognize her at first. Until she came up to me and reminded me that we had met last night. Then it clicked. And she had explained to me that she had been out there since 5:30 doing sit-ups. So then I went out to do my live stream. She was there for most of it, not in the live stream itself, but in the area. And then she told me that she had to go home and change, but she'd be back. And sure enough, she was back. She was at the protest. She was still there by the time I left, because I left, I want to say around 5 in the afternoon, 4 or 5 in the afternoon. She spent most of the protest inside the courthouse, though, because she wanted to personally see the hearing. And see, the thing with the public hearing is you have to show ID to get in. She had an ID. She had her passport with her. She asked to get in. They wouldn't let her in because, as I explained, they let in all the media and all of the reporters from the UK especially. But when they see people like us who clearly support Tate and his mission, they don't let us in because they want to control the narrative. They want people to believe that the Tates are hated everywhere. When women, because she wasn't the only one, when women wanted to go in and they showed support for Tate, they weren't allowed in because they want the media to believe, they want the rest of us, the rest of society to believe that women around the world all hate Andrew Tate. And they want us to also believe that Andrew Tate also hates women and he only views them as sex objects. She was in that courthouse the entire time on her best behavior. She was very calm, and I also want to point this out too. She is much calmer and acts much more appropriately than an average American woman. The average American woman is a whore, is disrespectful, is cocky, is arrogant, full of herself. She basically walks around with her ass cheeks out and expects the world to fawn over her. This girl was dressed more modestly, but still attractive, and treated everyone with nothing but absolute respect. That is an example of how women should be and how women should act, because she was acting more ladylike than most women that I've met in my entire life. And she just sat in the courtroom waiting patiently, hoping someone would let her in so that she could go see the Tates. They let other people in. They let other people from our side in, because they did let in a few people from our side. They didn't let her in. I got kicked out at one point of the courthouse. She just sat there patiently waiting to be let in. She was still there when I left. Like I said, I don't know if she personally knows the Tates or if she's just a super fan. She is definitely a super fan, regardless if she knows the Tates or does not know them. But I have never seen a woman vaughn so hard for a man like this girl was vaughning for the Tates. But that's the side of the story that the media and the government will never show you, because they don't want you to know the truth. If you knew the truth, they would no longer be credible. They already are no longer credible. But thank you all for watching this podcast. It looks like this is not the end of it, so I'll be back out there at some point. I just don't know when yet. Anyway, peace out. This is the Adonis Podcast.